Hey guys, welcome back to A Bit Tactical, where I just want to go over the future of the channel, considering some of the big changes that have come out in the last few days. So, number one, the kasrkin guide is essentially dead in the water right now. A lot of the strategies that I was putting forward kind of relied heavily on the elite points, and elite points are now completely gone. They are not going to exist into the new edition. Yeah, I mean, there's not much more to say with that. They're just kind of being replaced. Not only that, the strategic ploys and the tactical ploys are also all changing. A few of them had a lot to do or everything to do with elite points, which obviously are now gone. The elite trooper gave you an extra elite point, which he no longer does that. He has a new ability. The sergeant, who has not been revealed, also gave you 2 elite points every single turning point. He has to have something else now. What that is, I'm not sure, but he has to have something else. So yeah, the general strategies for the kasrkin are no longer applicable in about a month or so. So yeah, the guide is just kind of dead right now. So instead, for until Hivestorm releases, what I'm going to be doing is general strategy stuff, like just ways that you can sort of change the way that you think about the game, until we get more detailed rules. Like, for example, if before Hivestorm comes out, they fully release all of the rules for the new teams, or not for the new teams, all of the rules for the old teams like kasrkin, then I'll start immediately working on that. But until then, there's just kind of no point. I kind of started this channel at a bad time when everything is about to change. So this can't do. But you know what? There is one thing I want to do, is I want to quickly talk about what the kasrkin are now doing. That feels very nice. So the kasrkin have a new faction ability called Skill at Arms. And this allows you to choose one of 4 abilities. We only know about one of them so far, which is Light 'em Up, which allows you to change a normal hit into a crit, which is nice. And that's for every one of your people. That's okay. That's good, especially considering now that Kazakh can hit on 3s, so you're going to be hitting more reliably across the board. A really nice change. I think a change everybody really wanted. They also made it so that a lot of the equipment, I'm assuming, is also going to change. The foregrip, for example, has changed. It doesn't help with your Overwatch shots, because in case you don't know, in the new edition, Overwatch shots no longer worsen your ballistic skills. So it's just a normal shot now. So your foregrip, all it does is that so long as somebody is within 3 inches of you, you now get a accurate 1 special edition or special weapon rule. An accurate 1, I believe, is, well, I don't believe, okay, I read the leaked rules that came out. Okay, accurate 1 means that you get to retain 1 of your dies as a hit without having to roll it. So that's nice. It actually makes it so that foregrip is probably something you're going to want to take a lot, especially since it didn't say on the rule. It just said this is equipment you can take. I wonder if that means that equipment is just applied to everybody, or if you have to choose one specific person to get it. I'm not sure. We'd have to wait until the full rules are released. But yeah, it's pretty good. I like those changes. Safeguard, for example, that was an old strategy ploy where you could re-roll ones on your defensive dice, but that's no longer the case. Now it's you can re-roll any of your defensive dice. You can re-roll one of them, right? But it can be any result. You still save on 4, so you get a 3 or less. You can just roll it. It doesn't have to be a 1, which is a very nice straight up upgrade, straight up buff, which I think was needed. I think I even in my videos I said that that's what it should be. That would be the only case where you would take it. What else? Oh, the Elite Trooper change is actually pretty big, and I want to do just a little bit of a strategy that you could do with this new ploy. So the new ploy, or not new ploy, the new ability they have. So their new ability is that the Elite Trooper just carries a stun grenade and a smoke grenade. Now, as it says in the little thing that they released, it says that you can use each one of these once during each turning point. So you have essentially 4 smoke grenades and 4 stun grenades that you can use every turning point. Like that's pretty crazy, and it does not affect the equipment that you have. So you can actually take an additional smoke grenade and stun grenade and just use those if you wanted to. But the Elite Trooper, they don't count towards that pool. So you can just use this for, not for free, it still costs an action to do it, but you don't have to use any of your equipment stuff, which is kind of crazy. And I immediately came up with a strategy for it. So this is just assuming that the Recon Trooper won't be changed, or their Warden Auspex ability won't be changed. And if you don't know, the Warden Auspex lets you choose an enemy model and say this model cannot be obscured anymore. Now with the new obscuring rules, you can technically still shoot obscured people. Not technically, you can just straight up shoot them. They could be obscured, but you can shoot them. It's just that if they're obscured, you can't crit them. They have to re-roll their crits. And no, sorry, they don't have to re-roll their crits. It's that their crits now just count as a normal hit. So they don't get any of their crit bonuses, and it's just a normal hit. And they have to discard one of their normal hits. So after they're done rolling and re-rolling and changing their die, they have to discard one of those normal hits, which is just, it's hilarious. It basically just means that if you're obscured, you're just going to take way less damage now. You may not even take damage, right? So if your Recon Trooper still has the Warden Auspex ability, and there's a good possibility that he may not, it might be completely changed. If he has the Warden Auspex ability, in fact, you know what? Let me show you. So this strategy is a little complicated, but it's just something that immediately popped into my brain. Okay, so your normal trooper. Well, actually, let's just say this guy right here. He's gone. He's attacked someone. He's engaged. He is a viable target to be attacked, right? Now, you could just use your hotshot volley gun or your plasma gun to shoot him if you wanted to, right? However, you want to be real safe about it. And there's no reason not to be safe unless you have another strategy. What you could do is you could activate your Recon Trooper. You could use your Warden Auspex ability on him, which means he is no longer obscured. But why does that matter, right? He's not obscured anyway. He's in cover. He's engaged. Then you could activate your Elite Trooper, do whatever else you want to do with him. But more importantly, you throw a smoke grenade, and that's my smoke grenade for this example, on him, your hotshot volley trooper, right? Now, in the new rule, if you have a smoke grenade, or if when you're inside of a smoke grenade, you're obscured, and everyone else that you could potentially shoot is also obscured. So this guy is obscured, and this guy is obscured to him, right? So what you're gonna do, so you made sure with this guy that he's no longer obscured. This guy has made sure he's obscured, so now he's extra safe. Now he can engage. He can shoot him, and specifically because this guy can no longer be obscured, despite the fact that he is in a smoke grenade, he can now shoot him, and this guy can't be obscured. I mean, so you take, your normal shot, your normal damage, and all that, and no one, it's not that they can't retaliate, but if they do retaliate, there's a good chance they're not going to kill him, right? This guy is, especially since obscurement now actually stacks with cover, right? Before, if you were obscured, you just couldn't be shot. But now, since you still can be shot, this now stacks. So this guy's gonna roll, 3 defensive dice. He retains 1 because he's in cover, and you can only take normal damage from your hits, and any successful, this guy has to discard 1 successful hit. I mean, yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think these rules are pretty interesting, and I can't wait to see what they do with this in the future. So yeah, guys, the future of this channel for right now is just going to be general strategies that I think are still going to apply in the new edition. I mean, I've read through the new rules. Yeah, the general strategies I still believe are going to apply. But yeah, the kasrkin guide is dead for now. The next team that will be covered, unless they come out with the rules earlier, the next team that's going to be covered is the Tempesta Scions. I want to get that box. I'm going to try my hardest to get it. And then I'm going to create those models, show you guys how I created those models, and yeah, go through the same thing that we just went through with the kasrkin, except with the Scions, and that's going to be a lot more reliable. Then after that, we'll cover the kasrkin again, hopefully in a better way than I did with this last one. There's a lot of growing pains that I went through with this channel for the start, so hopefully it's a lot better in the future. But yeah, if you watch to the end of this, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.